Hey guys, Russell Linville here, and hey, today is a Move Better Monday, and we'll be talking about how do you do a proper dynamic warm-up. But there's a few principles you need to think about. Everyone does dynamic warm-up a little bit different. The whole purpose of it, right, is that we want to make sure your body is primed and prepped to move. You want to feel loose, you want to have a little sweat going, you want to feel energized. Maybe you wake up in the morning and you're not feeling up for working out. The dynamic warm-up is a great way to get you moving so that you feel like you can accomplish the workout that's planned. Now, in the rehab setting, we have a little different mentality, right? We still want to get the body prepped for movement, but we have to take into consideration other factors, such as healing tissue, or if someone's had a recent surgery, and we're trying to protect a surgical repair, something of that nature. Want to make sure that we take those factors into account. And so when the time's appropriate for you to get the patient up and moving, there's a couple things that I like to think about when I program a dynamic warm-up. Today we'll be focusing more on a lower body, and next Monday we'll be focusing more on upper body movements. So today, and then really in both cases, what I'd like to do is think about what is the most general way I can prep the body for movement. How can I get it moving? We typically start out doing a very light cardiovascular exercise, such as bike, or sometimes we have this assault fitness bike here that basically is upper body and lower body, right? So if that's appropriate, something to get them just a little bit warmed up. Then we get them onto the turf, and we have them do big functional dynamic movements. So I want to go over with you today is 3 or 4 movements that I do with my patients, and I do in my own workouts to help me get ready before I move into what I consider is called movement prep, which is prepping me for the exact movements that I'm going to be covering in my workout. So if we break that down, dynamic warm-up just helps you get moving. A movement prep is going to be going over movement patterns and things of that nature to get you ready for load and get you ready for, really working out the kinks and range of motion if you feel tight that day. And then finally you get into your workout. So a couple drills that I like to go over. I program these by thinking about what are the 3 planes of motion, right? I want the patient or myself to work into multiple planes of motion. So we think the sagittal plane is moving forward and backwards. The frontal plane is kind of the side-to-side motion. And then the transverse plane is getting a rotational component to the exercise. So we're going to go over 3 that I like to do, and hopefully I'll give you my insight on why I like to do that. So first up, you can find any open space. You can do this, in a small gym. You can do it in a big field like this. But first thing I like to do is a walking knee to chest. I'm working on triple flexion, so really getting my knee drive going, and then triple extension going onto my toes. It looks something like this, right? Take a step, pull your knee, go up, pull your hip. Do that down and back. You can do it several times. You just want to feel like you're warmed up. I typically go 10 yards down, 10 yards back. Right after that, we go into what's called the Cossack squat. And the Cossack squat is essentially a lateral lunge, but with a moving and rotational component to it when you pivot off of the lunge. So it looks something like this. You start, you go into your lateral lunge, try to drop low, chest stays up high, toes pointed forward in both cases, making sure that you're not collapsing forward here. You shift over to the other side, then you pivot. And then you pivot, right? So we go like that, down and back 10 yards. Now we're starting to get our joints loosened up a little bit. And then finally I go into what's called, some people dub this the greatest stretch in the world. And it's taken kind of from the yoga world and Pilates, but the reason I like it is there's a big rotational component. You have to really focus on hips and getting your hips extended. So essentially what it is, I'll show you from a front on view and I'll show you from a side view. You take a big step out. Sometimes I like to go at high knee first. You step out, put your hand down, rotate up as high as you can, come back down, come straight back up to a high knee position. You look from the side, go to a high knee, Step out. Hand goes down. This back hip, back knee, I want you to try to fully extend. Take your hand up. Right back down. Up to a high knee position as well. Anytime we can challenge a little balance, all three planes of motion, get your body prepped. It's going to be a good day for movement. The dynamic warm-up, crucial part to help you be successful in your workout. Don't skip it. This is Russell Linville. Hey, thanks for tuning in. This is a Move Better Monday. Next week we're going into upper body. And thanks, this has become a Better Human project. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe if you like these videos. Thanks.